SXL right back at you. Check
My
this
name's
out.
Jack,
The show we take a
and
look
I'm
at
here
our
to
deck,
tell
we're gonna take a
you
look at and have ourselves a good old time.
that it's all right.
Today, everybody, we're taking a look at a
This
deck
is
that
cool.
I have not played before, surprisingly enough. This is Therions. This is an archetype that's all about having our monsters equipped with other members of the archetype in order to share the abilities with one another. It's very much a teamwork sort of archetype. I liken them to like a new school version of Koa'ki Meiru, because they're very much based around like different types of monsters synergizing with other archetypes and things like that. But today we're taking a look at a more or less pure Therion deck. We're trying to use things like our King Regulus to negate everything. We use our Lily to search everything. We use our Irregular to have lots of equips onto our monsters and also to field nuke our opponent. Things of that nature. So we've got our deck here today, and like I said, we're just discarding our cards through various means. Lots of draw power in this deck. And we're just equipping our monsters and keep the equip train rolling and roll right over our opponents. A very straightforward deck, this one. So, of course, if you want the full deck list, it's in the description, as I usually put it. So feel free to peruse that after we do some dueling here. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll show off this deck and show you how it works. Show off a whole bunch of rank 8 Xyz nonsense, and have ourselves a good time. Alrighty, our first opponent, another day, another card game. And like I said, going first is usually where we like to go. And this opening hand is perfectly reasonable. We're going to start, of course, with terraforming. The field spell is very nice in this deck. The most of its effects aren't that great, but it does have the ability to just search out whatever Therion monster I wish. So that's what we're going to do first. We're going to go ahead and get whatever Therion we want. And in this case, because I have so much draw power and stuff, I'm going to get Lily for now, because that is my searcher, yes. We'll get our searcher and we'll start drawing. We have Therion charge, discard a level 8 monster, and then draw 2 cards. Oh, hey, lonefire blossom. I guess I didn't need Lily after all. Well, that's fine. We'll have traded. We can discard some more. See, we like to load up the graveyard with this deck, and hey, Argo system is perfect for that. Let me think here. Let me think about this. Let's go ahead for lonefire blossom. We're going to go ahead and tribute this off because our Lily is, of course, a Lily. Therefore, she is a plant. So let's summon out our Lily here. And we're going to go ahead and discard some more. Draw some more. I don't need to do anything just yet. Ooh, it's Yule. That's actually pretty good. That is actually a pretty darn good. So what we're going to do here, we're going to activate Lily's effect. We're going to ditch our other copy of the field spell. We're good on that. Tearlaments. I thought they were dead. Apparently I was very wrong. Alright, well that's a little annoying, but like, what's the worst that could happen? He gets to draw a card? Don't tell me he drew more than that. Okay. Wow, Tearlaments. I did not think I would see them ever again after the whole losing everything. But there you go. My opponent is playing... I mean, he's playing some... he's playing some Tearlaments. Been a while since I played against them, but I'm pretty sure I can out that. I mean, he's got like one-ofs of like all of his good cards, so... Not the worst thing in the world, but I've got my Duke here. While I have an equipped spell, my monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects, which is nice. And because I'm equipped with Regulus, I gain Regulus' second effect, which is the Omni Negate, ditching a Therion card to negate whatever. I also have a couple monster negates, and Therion Cross, very nice. I can either negate or banish a monster effect, but because I have the Argyro in the grave, I can do both of those things. So, let our turn for now. We're just pretty set. We can't negate everything, but I can negate, you know, half of my opponent's hand. Let's see. Alright. Grab himself a Polly-Wally Doodle all the day, you say. Alright, I probably should negate that, because Tearlaments are a fusion bunch. Let's see, what does this one do? Send a Tearlament monster. No. I'm gonna do both of those things. I'm gonna negate this and banish it. Be like, go away. No Rion Heart for you. It's now doubly banned. Alright, so we stopped the Rion Heart, which is good. Now I just need to, like, draw another Therion monster would be the best thing. If I can draw another Therion monster, we'll be in pretty good shape. Because as long as you have a Therion in the hand, and you have a one in the grave, you can keep reusing those effects over and over again. And, I've got Lily. I can just ditch a card to next turn to get a Therion card. Well, a spell trap, but same difference. Same difference. I can get my other cross. I can get my draw power card. I get another field spell if I want it. Things of that nature. Actually, I don't think I can get the field spell. No, I should be able to. Yep. Alright. So, let me think about this. I've got my Argo system, and I could put this on the bottom of my deck to get back one of my Therions. Do I need to do that, though? Thinking. Because that would get me another Therion card. Let's activate our card. Let's just get a couple of things here. Go ahead and put, let me think, if I get Argo system, we discard Argo system for free, and then get another monster search, right? Yeah. So we'll get the field, we'll get the system back, put our other card back in the deck. We're going to go ahead and activate our Lily. We'll ditch the Argo system, because we don't need it right now. We'll get another copy of the field spell, so I can get another monster. It's all the system. We have our endless... It's called the Endless Engine for a good reason. It's because it's endless. It never stops running. So let's go ahead and get ourselves another monster. I don't have that many dudes in the grave at the moment. I've only got the one, but that's okay. Could be worse. So let's get... I could bounce a card. That is a quickie, though. Let's get this dude, Reaper. He's a quick effect that allows me to bounce cards. So I think that'll be good. That ought to be pretty damn good, actually, because I can stop my opponent again. See, this is where the control-esque aspect comes from in this deck. I have that power. I just don't always have to do it. So we'll go ahead and set another card. Doesn't really matter. And we'll go ahead and attack. So what does this do? This only works by card effect. Okay, so let's attack with the Reaper. This is a Reaper. My opponent definitely got a fear of this Reaper. I reap. And that will do, not game, but that's more than half of his health. So not a bad showing there. I am still surprised to see Tearlaments, though. I thought this deck would never see the light of day again, but look what I know. But we are pretty set. I could make it exceed if I wanted to. I don't really need to. I've got better stuff on the board. See, the one sticking point with the Therions going full either rank 8 or 7 is that most of them are level 8, but a couple of them are level 7. It's a thing. So what does this do? Add a Tearlament or Visa Star Frost. Fusion monsters gain attack. Okay, I think. Maybe. I guess that's okay. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, the Tearlaments Castra. That one I'm very familiar with. That's the one where he can summon it, ditch 3 cards. Okay. Okay, banishes that, and then he's going to activate that, and I'm going to be like, impermanence. No milling for you. None of that. Yeah, I really like this card in, what was it, my Gate Guardian deck. I really like playing this and that. Not so much here. What does this do? Oh yeah, Castor Birth. Summon level 7 with it. So this is Tearlaments Cashtiras. Okay. This is a quick effect. During the main phase, on this card, banish a Cashtira Tearlament card from hand or the GY. So... let's see. Target a Therion card in a spell trap zone. A card opponent control. I guess. Let's bounce and bounce. Why not? Force him to use up more things. That ought to work. Hey, boo-boo. Picnic baskets. Alright, do I have any monsters in the graveyard now? Nope, we are fresh out. That's the one thing with Therions. You always want to have some stuff in the GY. And let's see, send a card. Yeah. That's just a field spell. We don't need it right now. Let's go ahead. I could get Therion Shard, but I already have a draw card. Let's get Therion Cross just in case. I don't think I need it. I really doubt it. but you never know. So, do I go for a second Lily? Let's see. I don't have any Therions in the grave. Why is this activating? Huh, target Therion or... Oh, it's just any plant monster, that's right. Now, let's go for trading. And my opponent surrender... Sorry for thinking, my brother. If you had actually done anything, I would have allowed you to think. Okay. Well, regardless, that is a perfect display of what this deck is trying to do. Go first, couple negates, hit key cards of our opponents. I didn't even use the Duke or the Regulus negate. That's the thing. Didn't need them, but they were always there waiting in the wing to stop that poly. That poly was the one thing I knew I had to stop, because that's how Tearlaments work. If you stop the fusion, then you'd stop the stuff happening. So, good showing on the Therions. You get an idea of what this deck's trying to do. We didn't even dip into the extra deck yet, but that's where things get a little crazy. So, hopefully we get to show more of that off. Let's go now for duel number 2. Show off more what this deck can do. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. Dun, dun, dun. Let's go and do it again. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, what do we got here? Not bad. I got a Regulus. I got a Colosseum. I've got my Argo system. I also have my alternate boss monster. That's neat. Yeah, this is the Irregular. He can equip 3 monsters. Up to 3, to be specific. It's pretty neat. Let me think here. Who do I want to get? I guess I could get Fool. So many things we can get here. So many things. For now, let's set the system and let fate decide. Let's go for our Thunderbird. Thunderbird says put Yule in the graveyard. All right, those are the things. That's what we're gonna do. But let's go for our Argus system. Ditch our Lily so we can get ourselves a search. We'll go for Regulus, equipping of a Duke. A lot of really royal names in this archetype. They got the King, the Duke, the Bull, not that, but there's like an Empress. It's kind of weird, but it's also kind of cool. So, doing that, how many Therion? Just got the 1 Therion. Okay, we'll go for the Bull then. Therion is weird. Well, kind of weird. They are a little weird. Just a little bit. Let me think. Well, let's go ahead and use our Bull. We'll ditch the Bird. Sorry, Bird. You were very nice, but I don't need you now. I need other things. I do consider the Therions kind of like Koa'ki Meiru's, because like I said, you target specific, like with the Bull here, any warrior in the grave, you can summon it, and you can summon Bull, equip that monster. Same with the King, you go for machines. You see a Therion Regulus in some, I think what was the big popular engine with Therions was Machinas, back when they first came out. Because, you know, you got a machine, you discard it, get out your machine, get more machine out this machine these nuts and all that good stuff. But that is basically what they used to do. And it still works, I'm sure. You just don't see Therions as often anymore. It's... Oh, no. Okay, is that Purgatrio, though? No. Yes. Okay, but I still stop the one dude. And that's a good thing. The bad thing is, well, I can ditch the guy in my hand. I don't want to, though. Regular is still cool. I want to show him off, too. Because another facet of the Therions equipping that I haven't even brought up is the fact that they give my monsters an attack boost. It's very useful. Poopy Omni. Yeah. But it's about the 1, man. I mean, you got an Omni with that, well, kind of an Omni. Let me think about this. What do I don't want to take anything out. Let's go ahead and use a regular. I just want to show this dude off at least once. So we've got our Irregular from high school or something. I never read that manga, but that's the thing. But I can equip these, and there you go. So I can target a Therion card of my opponents, blow them up. I can also search. So let's go ahead and pop the field. Because the field spell, it does protect from, like, battle, but look at these monsters. They're very not going to be destroyed by battle too often. So let's go ahead, pop a couple cards. Let's activate the Irregular and ditch Droplet because I like to live dangerously. We'll get another Therion Cross because that worked pretty damn good the first time. And we'll do a lot of damage. Like I said, this is what this deck is designed to do. We hit our opponent going first. We interrupt their plays a little bit. Therion Crotches is a brutal card, especially against something like Invoked. Invoked is really good when they, like, start up. You know, it's a startup thing. In Modern Yu-Gi-Oh!, whoever goes first gets to decide what happens. So you gotta be like, oh, whoa, what do you know? Alright, so he's doubling down on the Invoked thing. Understandable. So if we get Alistair the Invoker, I mean, that's cool and all, but, you know, I'm not gonna allow that. Oh, okay, he's gonna set it this time. Clever. Very clever. And do I have a Therion? Oh, I have the spell traps, that's right. No, we're just gonna attack. Alright, well, there you go. There's another example of just shutting our opponent down. We're up against a lot of older decks. Well, Tearlaments isn't an old deck, but you get the idea. What? Wendy? I was just talking about winning the duel. Why is the duel still going? Alright. Oh, and Wendy, apparently I cannot stop with a regulus. Alright. That's a thing. You know what? But that's fine. You know what? I am 100% fine with dueling a little longer. And yeah, he'll get to draw 2 home cards and discard a card, and he'll discard a Shaddoll probably. Or Nibiru, that's another option. Certainly another option he can go for. Let's... We're good. I think we're good. We're pretty safe. We're still good. We're still pretty good, I'd say. Alright, so the duel continues. But yeah, what was I trying to say earlier about mother flippers? Huh? Why don't I get to banish you? I have the engine in the grave. Well, I control Therion, activate one of these effects. Well, darn, looks like my opponent has finally broken out of Nowheresville. I'm just gonna have to stop Branded Fusion, but that won't allow me to stop, yeah, I have Omni Negate, my friend. That doesn't work. Oh, yeah. Huh. That's weird. The field would stop that. That is odd. That is odd. Why did that? Maybe? Maybe a bug? I don't know. Let's see. When this card activated, blah, blah, blah. Activation of your card's effects include an effect the fusion summon a fusion monster cannot be negated. Weird. Okay, well, my opponent can still keep going. He still has the Eldritch Golden Boy. And he still has the Alistair Invoker of Invokes. It's fine. It's fine. What's the worst that could happen? My monster's like 3,500 points. He's already bigger than a Golden Lord. Oh, wait! If only I had the field spell! That would have been cool. I could have stopped the thing. Okay, well, what is he going to use? He can make Purgatrio, I suppose, but I don't have any light monsters. I don't have any lights. He has a light, though, so he could make his, what you call Raijin. Target a face-up monster, change it face Dune. Alright. Well. 2 can play into that game. Let's just ditch a couple cards. Stop you and stop you. And we'll see. We'll see. Depends on if he has a Nightmare Unicorn. If he does, that could be tricky. Could be tricky if he has a Nightmare Unicorn. Or the Invoker Madness. That's also a thing he could have. Or he could have nothing. And I just win because I don't need to do much of anything. I mean, I can still negate that. I lose my equip thing, but, you know, is what it is. So that'll stop Invoked Raijin. And I can still use my Endless Engine. So let's go ahead and target our big boy. So I can do him again. Oh, there you go. And my opponent surrenders. Well, a GG to you, sir. You could have let me finish, but I guess he was upset. I'm sure there's some ruling that we both missed on that one. Some interaction between invoked field spell and the branded that I don't know. But regardless of why that happened, we still won. So there you go. It was still a nice back and forth. At least my opponent didn't give up until he, ran out of options. But it's still good. So let's go for one more duel today. We've shown off a lot of this deck. We still need to see the extra deck at least a smidge. It's an extra deck. We don't always need it. That's why it's called the extra deck. But let's go for one more. See if we can use it a little bit. Alright, everybody, our third and final opponent, the Fighting Third. And it's been a good day so far. Has to be said, it's been pretty damn good. For a guy who's only just started playing Therions, I think I'm doing okay. It's really not that difficult a deck to use, except when you get a hand like this. This is what we in the business would call le brick. Because the thing about Therions is that the monsters have no way of summoning themselves unless there's a monster in the grave. But this is what, we have trade-in. We have Therion charge. We have the dangers. I even considered running card destruction in this deck, which you could also do if you had a hand situation like this one. Well, that's the thing with this deck. Like, if you don't start with all the stuff, then that could be a problem in the future. So, what is this guy playing? Diviner of the Herald. Okay, sending the Herald. Alright, well, I'm going to put a stop to Heralds for a turn. I don't need none of that nonsense here. No third. So this is some form of a ritual deck. Which ritual deck is difficult to say. It could be many different decks. It could be Almiraj, for all we know. Now, does he have Parallel Exceed? No, he has Nekroz. Okay, so he's playing Nekroz, which is mildly ironic, considering that is an anti-extra deck, and I'm trying to use my damn extra deck, if even just a little bit. But he's got the Kaleidoscope. Okay, ditching sending that okay. And the Tis is going to attempt to blow up imperm, so I'll just play the darn thing. Not that it helps me in any way, but I'd rather use it than lose it without it doing nothing. It's not how that works, brother. I mean, you still get negated anyway. Doesn't really matter. But, okay, go right ahead. Okay, so now my opponent has his unicorn. And, yeah, if I have to use my extra deck, then that's an issue, but what are the odds of that? So, prep rights. Alright, he's going to have a couple of Nekrozes. At least two of them. Two of them things? Two of them things, indeed. Okay, prep well... Oh, he didn't even summon Reenact. He's being cautious. He's being understandably cautious. Okay. Alright, well, take a spin. So that's the first damage we've taken today, so here's what it is. Okay, so we know he has Brian. We're going to call him Brian. And we know he has the ritual spell. And he probably has a Valkyrus, I would presume. Just because, but let's see if Bigfoot is our buddy tonight. Bigfoot is our buddy tonight. Oh, baby. All right. Ooh. Okay, that'll work. Oh, very nice. So we can go from 0 to 100 very quick. So we'll go for our field spell, the Therion. And we're not going to lose this one this time, because clearly we can make use of that dang field spell. Every so often. Let me think here. Yeah. We're going to get out our lady, get our Omni Nagat. We're going to ditch... Bigfoot? I guess? Because I'd rather just get this again. You know? Like, Bigfoot, obviously, he saved us there. We might think is kind of a dick move, getting rid of Bigfoot, but he did his job. We cannot fault him for that. Alrighty. And yeah, I could normal summon. I could make Masquerena if I felt like it, but I don't. So we're just going to attack. So we'll attack into the Nekroz of Unicorn. And let's see that Valkyrus. There he is. I knew it. It's always Valkyrus. Okay. That's totally fine. Yeah, we're good. I think we're good. Because he has, he can summon Brionac. I'm certain of that. What can he do after that? That's the question. Because Nekroz good against an extra deck, but mine is a deck that can focus without the extra deck. Therefore, I can play around his main operandi. Well, that's the thing. So now my opponent has to do some serious thinking. Possibly even some thunking. We don't know yet. He's got the unicorn. He might just attack our Reaper, but I can just, do the bounce thing, and that'll all work out just fine. And then I'll have a Regulus in my hand. I can ditch that for other things. I'm pretty set. What is it doing? Add a Nekroz monster. Okay. That's totally fine. I can work with that. I can work with it. At least my opponents today are using their brains. Got a bunch of big brains here on EDO Pro still. Even still. Even as old as EDO Pro is. Still use our big brains. Okay, let's negate something. Let's stop the ritual spell, just in case, he might have another ritual spell. Nekroz do have that other ritual spell that's like a beastly one. Nekroz card in the grave. No. I negate you. Consider yourself negate. Yeah, this guy likes to negate. I can do that too. Alright. You're 0-2, my friend. What is your next plan? That's what I was thinking. Now he's going to attack my Reaper. And... yeah... you know what? Oh, wait. That was probably a bad idea. No, wait. He can only use that once per turn. Oh, but he has Trish. Ooh. Okay. That's actually totally fine. Because now I can finally use my dang diddly field spell and protect my monster from destruction. See, that... Who says that you don't use another effect? I would never say that. I've never said that in my life. No. But yes, we've protected our dude, and now Yule is in the grave. And going with his name, it's Christmas time. We're going to equip a couple of monsters to our boy, and this ought to be game. Nekroz, they set up right, obviously, with like any deck. You set up right, you're good, but he didn't get to do that. So, I don't even need Droplet. Droplet's just another card to get things in the grave, really. Part of the control thing, part of just unbricking hands, etc., etc. Didn't need it. So, let's go ahead and punch a unicorn in the face like any good fairy tale. And... that, like I said, ought to be game. I don't see him getting over this. I have an Omni Negate, and he only has 2 cards in his hand. So, unless he's drawing into Sphere Mode, my opponent's playing Sphere Mode for whatever weird reason he's playing Sphere Mode, this ought to be game right here. It really ought to be. But it's still kind of a bittersweet thing. Like, we're kicking people's butts. But I have not yet had any reason to use my extra deck. You can have your card back. I don't care. Or whatever it is you're doing. It doesn't matter. Get Nekroz cycle. Cool. Cool. Cool, cool. That's cool. Go right ahead. Pot of prosperity. I see. I mean, yeah, I could just Omni Negate everything into the wazoo. But why need to? I've already controlled enough of this duel. I mean, my board is clearly very superior. Look, I've got a W for victory already on the board. The capital W. And no, we're good. I could negate you, but I choose openly not to. I'll do it later. What did he get? Dogmatic of the blue one. Oh, boy. I don't care for the blue one. Let's see. It's a card opponent control, turn his hand. And now he's got that continuous spell. What does this do again? Add a ritual. Opponent controls a monster. I don't know why I chose to do that. It was probably a bad idea. But no, it's not a bad idea because that cancels the search. So there you go. We take down Nekroz Dogmatica. Oh, lordy. If I had to deal with that stupid Zoa, that would have been awful. I mean, I had planned to stop Zoa, but still. Anyway, I think that'll be good for today. Although, now, unfortunately, I don't have that much time for this one. I gotta get ready for the stream this week, so we're gonna just call it a day. We've shown off this deck perfectly fine. The extra deck, y'all are smart. You can tell exactly what it's about. So let's go for the end screen. All right, everybody, Therion Might. We went 3-0. Didn't even need the extra deck. I could have honestly played without the darn thing. It is useful. Obviously, we got some very powerhouse things like the Cipher Blade combination. We got the Draglubian OTK. I've got this Red Eyes for the 2 level 7s. I've got the Explorer. I didn't even summon my champion Sargas, which is my searcher / destroyer of things in case my opponent plays Exceeds, or I do. I've got like Teardrop. I've got Dengirzu. I've got so many cool toolboxy things that none of my opponents forced me to play. I never needed a reason to use the extra deck. As good as it is, the main deck works just fine without it. You know, sometimes a deck comes along that's good enough that you don't even need the extra deck that it comes with or the deck that you can make for it. Because Therions can focus just on their main deck plays. Regulus negates, Lily searches, Yule protects. We got our Alasia, who never did anything, but she was there. We got Bull, we got Reaper that did lots of good stuff. The deck works just fine without the extra deck. You know, just focusing on the key cards, keeping the graveyard with monsters in it, and just keep equipping things onto our monsters, and it all works out. So, very nice deck. I'm glad to finally play the darn thing. Next time we play it, I'll probably think of something crazy to do with it. I'm not sure what. It's still going to be Regulus. Probably try them out with the Machinas, even though that's been done before. I'd like to try it again. Why the heck not? But I'm happy with how the deck turned out. Very happy to see how the deck turned out. We beat up Tearlaments. Granted, it wasn't nearly full power Tearlaments, but who cares? You're never going to see that deck again, unless you're a Master Duel. But anyway, thank you everybody for watching. If you did enjoy this, don't forget to hit your boy with a like button. It helps with the YouTube and the algorithm, all that nonsense. And if you want to sub, that's up to you. You know, I'd appreciate it if you did, but if you don't want to, then don't. But, you know, thanks for stopping by regardless. Your boy Memphis is signing out. I got to get ready for that stream and other decks and etc. So I'll see you guys again very soon with more Yu-Gi-Oh! Action. Until next time, y'all take care.